Dude, I'm sticking with...
You sound so unsure. Like, I want to stay with my boys.
You gotta... Yeah, I'm gonna go with EG.
They even have Shadow Demon on their side.
It's EG. They could do what we saw them do at TI. They get knocked down, they come back to CDC and take it home. If that's going to be the case or not, we'll find out soon enough. Let's throw it over to the casters now. It's Draskell and OD.
Thank you very much, Dakota. Indeed, game 2, Wings versus EG. Wings up a game. 5th pick, Andy. They're bringing out the Huskar here in the upper bracket finals. Is it as devastating as a pick as we've seen in other series, or can EG deal with it?
I mean, there's always hope, right, that you can deal with it, but I'm thinking Wings' draft is just ridiculously good this game. I'm having a hard time seeing how EG are going to cope with this. They're putting a lot on the emphasis of the Alchemist this game. Sumail's going to have a standout performance if they want to have a shot here.
My goodness. I mean, what is the game plan for EG? Now, picking that Alchemist in response to the Huskar, how are you looking to play this lineup against what Wings have this time around?
I think that you're really playing around the vision control, trying to get your cores farmed. You know, you have this Alchemist who can hit a really strong timing if you get to 25 minutes of farm. You know, we talk about Manta, having the Radiance, the boost travel, the Octarine, stuff like that. If he can get there, then I think that EG are going to be okay. But if he can't, then I think Wings are just going to smother them with their 5-man potential. It's kind of similar to last game, like Wings just have the 5-man pushing potential advantage. Not necessarily as good a team fight, but it's still up there.
And I guess with Wings lineup as well this time around, yeah, they're going to have this kind of earlier push and fight potential, but they've got a Medusa to fall back on. So say things don't go too great at the beginning of the game, they can certainly draw this one out against EG's lineup.
And that's why we emphasize the importance of Sumail having a really good game, because once the Medusa gets to like that 6-slot territory, clearly you're just going to have the situation where, you know, the Medusa is carrying those items much better than Alchemist during the later stages of the game. That's why I need to hit that timing, and here comes the smoke.
Oh, here we go. EG looking to kick things off with a bit of a bang, walking into Fakeon. Here we have the three of them beating down to EG will get themselves first blood for
First blood. It was ours all
Very good
night.
start there. Getting a very important kill and getting Fear off at the start that he wants.
Now, lane-wise, of course, is this EG reading Wings? Is this the way they want to play it? They've obviously taken it down towards the bottom lane, put him in this tri-lane, and they've left up on the top Universe on the Night Stalker. Is this a main edge for EG?
I don't think that Huskar is very good at dual lanes in general, or even in an aggro try is probably even worse. He's very, very squishy with only 1 armor, and you don't have a lot of points at the Inner Vitality and Berserker's Blood to really sustain you in these fights in the early laning phase. So I think it's more Wings understanding that if they do go aggressive on the side of EG, we won't be able to really deal with their heroes. So I think it's a good call to try to dodge.
And in return then, because of that, we feel that up on the top lane, Huskar, he's going to have a good start.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how do they deal with it? Because surely they don't want this to happen. They don't want Shadow to get out of control at the beginnings, because he's going to be very hard for them to slow down.
Well, slowing down the Beastmaster is also not, like, terrible. Stopping him from getting an early book means that you don't have to worry about, like, dewarding. It obviously stops the pushing potential of the Beast as well, delaying Roar. There are a lot of things that it's good to stop the Beastmaster from farming in the early game. But, on the other side of it, Bitbion does have Iron Talent, so that's really bad, as it looks like it might here.
Trying to move in again, getting the ball between himself and Fear, so the arrows are going to be hard here. Not too hard for Fear though, just moves to the side, gets it in. EG with another kill on this bottom lane too, going the way of Fear as well. So this aggressive tri-lane working very nicely for the side of EG, and indeed they may not be pressuring the Huskar, but they're certainly going to be getting Fear in a very good place and very good time.
It's kind of being stuck between a rock and a hard place now for the safe lane of Wings, because you kind of want to go jungle on the Beastmaster just because it's faster, but the risky run of going jungle is that, you know, PPD and Zai are going to be able to go somewhere else and just cause more havoc, so it's just depending on, you know, what trade-off you want to make here.
You see a lot of PPD already making movements up to the jungle side, looking himself to just trying to get an easy path to TP out to another lane.
Try to TP.
Universe trying to get himself out, will be fine. Up to the fountain.
I wonder if he didn't use poison a bit sooner if he would have died there. It would have been very close. Not a guaranteed kill, but a nice attempt there from Wings.
No tank teams are into lane, so the Ogre can start to get some levels with this wave pushed in. So EG reacting very nicely to the pressure that Shadow's putting on the Huskar up on the top lane with the help of Wise Shadow Demon. Lane-wise CS, looking towards the mid, the Alchemist Sumail doing great against Blink at the moment, 18-5, 12-3, the Acid Spray spam harassing the Medusa out of the lane. So Sumail certainly having the start that, as you said, he needs to be getting on this Alchemist.
Well, this lane is actually kind of annoying for a hero like Yusa because you don't really want to sit under acid spray and try to harass or anything like that. And because of it, the Alchemist will just shove in the lane a little bit faster than you, and he's pretty much doing what he should. Just throw out the Mystic's Egg, try to steal the mana as much as he can, and prevent Sumail from really getting, you know, any kind of farm. And every deny against an Alchemist is huge.
And I do like what EG have done here as well now. They've sent the two supports up to the top lane. Fear, he's had a great start. He's got the phase boots. He can handle this Beastmaster on his own now. And now EG can look to put their potential at helping out Universe and making sure they control this lane against the Huskar. But immediately, in reaction, Wings, they're going to play to that play. Send Shadow down to the bottom lane and avoid EG's move.
It's kind of the exact reaction that we're expecting. So Faith Beyond, the first move is, he goes to jungle, he says, I don't want any part of this lane anymore, the aggro trailing from EG, I'm not getting anything here. And me getting level 6 at an early point in the game is very important, so that pretty much just sparks EG supports moving away, realizing that Fear no longer needs help against the Solar Elder Titan. And then Shadow says, wait a minute, there's two supports in my lane from EG, I don't want to be here anymore either, so I'm going bottom lane. It's a little bit of musical chairs here in the beginning of game number 2, but it's very important for both teams to get solid lanes.
I think they're coming forward. I mean, if one can get a disruption, maybe they can try and grip at Fear, keeping his distance. To let the ward down, they know what's going on behind the tree line, so Fear should be able to play safe. We can see trying to close the gap, but Fear just jumping away. And he should be fine, being able to play this safe with the vision that he's got. At the same time, EG smoked up and eyes on towards the mid lane. We'll see if they can get a wrap around onto Blink's Medusa, and it looks like they will. Universe closing with the boy down, spray out. Zai coming in with a 5 blaster, Blink out of mana, out of HP. EG takes care of Medusa. And the support for EG Zai and PPD making sure they're in the right place at the right time at this early game.
That was such a nice timing too, because if you look at the courier, there was a lot of stuff on it being delivered to that Medusa, at the bottle at the very least, and maybe the Ring of Acid.
Universe and Zai continuing the journey down towards bottom, looking for Faith Beyond. He'd be able to quite finish him off here, couldn't get himself over in time as the lane bottom was being pushed in by Shadow. Nohana couldn't join the fray, but 3 kills for EG. Sumail backing up into the jungle, starting to rack up the gold. Himself lucky with a few of the columns as well, so the money's going to be there.
EG just making moves. It's first night phase, so Universe really wants to try to contest at least the Beastmaster as much as you can. Force a reaction out of Wings and make sure that Faith Beyond's not going to hit that very early level 6. Anytime you can delay Beastmaster without committing too much, you always want to try to do that.
Wings themselves down in this lane, again eyeing up EG. Universe and Fear here being backed up as well by Zai. The full 3-man down, and Wings respecting this, they're backing up. Being very careful about how they come out. You can see Zai and Universe looking for a wraparound. As you said, Universe just wanting to utilize this nighttime period as much as possible.
The problem is the Wings ward is doing an insane amount of work for them. They know exactly which direction EG are moving, so they can tell Faith Beyond, move across the map, go past mid, go farm the top camp, so that way you're not going to die. And at the same time, they're all staying safe under the tower, so EG are actually wasting quite a bit of time here. Really, really good ward placement there from Wings.
As far as this goes on, up top, PPD's actually getting a good bit of XP on the Wyvern, so the progression is to be mid lane where the focus is. Universe trying to go up to Blink, TP coming through, actually not going to make it here. This would be Faith Beyond coming across, EG trying to dive in deep. Universe low on mana, not got
no roar.
But the block on Faith Beyond, still Blink trying to help out the Beastmaster. They'll turn in with Sumail and they'll take another. Really amping up the pressure in this early game. Sumail with the medallion complete as well very early on. It's certainly going at the pace that EG would have hoped for. And Wings themselves struggling to deal with it. And soon, PPD with this space, he's going to have a very early Winter's Curse. And at the bottom lane,
Solo kill!
Hang on! Killing a Huskar on his own. Things are falling apart for Wings. And I mean, he's 3-0-0. This is a perfect start for EG. I mean, what do Wings do in response to this? What are they waiting for themselves?
They just need to make sure that they keep the vision down that they already have. It's very helpful for them at this point. And just try not to give away too many more picks. Night phase is going to be ending really soon. And that should give Wings breathing room to be able to, start to recover. And more than anything, I think that Blink is going to need to skill his ultimate soon. Because if they're prioritizing him that heavily and going for aggressive dives, you really want to make sure that you have Stone Gaze to be able to react to it.
I mean, with the Huskar pick as well, Wings, I mean, dying like that solo to Mirana, Shadow really can't afford for that to be happening. Working his way, of course, towards Armor. They're coming back into lane, but Fear getting a lot of farm Sumail as well, so the out How do they deal with this outcome as well? Because surely there's going to be a point where Samael can just frontline in these fights. And Wings, they're pretty much going to have to blow everything onto Samael to kill him at this earlier stage of the game. If they just don't have the lockdown until Fabian. Okay, he's got the Primal Roar now. They're actually going to look towards the bottom, trying to stop EG, who have 3 heroes down here. They're looking to maybe make a play up to Shadow. PPD leading the way. Slowly back Shadow, and Ice with the stun, catching 3 with the sleep here. And the focus spear first. Roar out from Fabian. Mirana's out of the fight. PPD inside, hands are back. But here we go with the Earth Split, of course. PPD walks back into it though. PPD, it's going to go down almost certainly. He's got a golden frame. But Shadow, Fabian standing there. The bunch of spears stack up. The Wyvern's down. Melting to the flames of Shadow.
That Earth Splitter placement was amazing from Ice. He's like, you want to walk down the ramp, you're going to eat this no matter what. If you go to the right, you're dead anyway. Those are the kind of Earth Splitters with no setup that the very experienced other Titan players are able to throw out. That was so good.
Wings trying to get a bit of a kick into the they required. Mid lane Blink getting a bit more space, but still Samael, of course, with the stance that he's had in the jungle backing up. Farm is looking very good for the Alchemist.
He's already got Solar Press. I mean, if you think about the way that he's itemizing in this game, it makes a lot of sense. You look at Huskar, you look at Medusa, even Beastmaster, these heroes, they want to right-click you. It gives you armor, and it's flat armor, which is great against the other Titan as well. Wings do not have a tremendous amount of magical damage at this point.
Yeah, these Hawks from Fabian doing wonders, and Faith, he's out of there. The Hawks are scoring in on the player. They were saying in the draft that this game it's going to be all about the Beastmaster Hawks and eventually Universe's Aghanim Sidestalker. Both teams are going to have very good vision, but of course at the moment, Wings have the edge. He was trying to set up onto Universe to allow Shadow to come in, but Universe already out of there. Zai as well to back him up. Blink actually going to join the push up top. He's now got a point in Stone Gaze. Wings with the 4-man, ready to push in on the side though. Ice. Taking a bit of a beating from Zion Universe. Not enough to stop Wings from moving in up top. And EG looks like they're happy just looking for things elsewhere. Mid lane PPD again. Trying to get Blink out on the Wyvern. And bottom lane, the pressure being piled on by Samael and Fear. Fortification will come out, but it looks like EG will be able to find a tier 1 down bottom. At the same time, Wings, so they will get the tier 1 in trade as well. Fortification comes out, and in fact, no, EG, they want to try and defend the tier 1 top. So they take the tier 1 bottom. Want to make sure the Wings don't get away with this. It looks like they still will. Shadow claims the tower, but EG might be able to fight into this one.
They got Kurtz.
Moving forward, we'll see how they set this up. 5 left up to Shadow. Wings get the Stone Gate. It's going to make it very hard for EG to fight into. Samael is frozen up.
There's no damage.
Indeed, just tickling them at the moment, of course, in this earlier stages. And Wings still deciding that they've got to back the Fire Blast onto Y, Universe, ball onto Shadow, will defensively construct this out. Shadow just back in, Universe is out, holding it in place.
That
not
stop.
Getting kills at the moment of the earth. Shadow to get the Alchemist final. Sorry, friend. Oh, get out of that one. Shadow, though, still ticks down. The Ignite actually killing the Huskar over time. I mean, this Huskar dying in very strange ways for a man that has a fair bit of magic resistance.
Man, just imagine if Fear was at that fight, that would have been so much better for EG. He threw the Moonlight Shadow out, and it didn't even look like Wings had detection, but they still managed to walk away with a victory there.
I mean, as we were seeing earlier, this Elder Titan, he is doing absolute wonders in these team fights at this stage of the game. Just
those stomps, just on point like Ice.
Splits, Ice.
Between him and Faith Beyond, these two have done a tremendous amount, even though Faith Beyond tried a few times. Just the overall vision game he's providing for Wings is doing a lot of work here. Especially with the kind of build that the Alchemist is going, clearly he wants to be that frontline hero a lot earlier. He's not going for the Radiance build. And with that kind of itemization, you want to be able to control the map and you want to be, with your team fighting. So, bottom lane here, EG with 2. But there are wards everywhere.
They really are. Wings very well aware of the movements of EG. EG in turn, they'll be aware of the movements of Wings if anyone comes around in the mid. Maybe where EG look to focus their pressure next. Blink on his own for the time being. The other Wings did TP down to the bottom lane as well. See how heavy EG want to go in on this push. In fact, Wings are going to be the ones to make a play. Smoke up from Y, Faith Beyond. moving out at the same time. The wraparound from EG's looking for the mid lane fight. Eyesight still the place inside. Universe moving out the other side. He's fairly beefy. It's going to take a bit of a while to bring him down. They might not get it because Baby out comes in, jumps the trees. Oh, no! With the stop, finally got us down. So EG will get the kill. The Dapper Shadow jumps across onto the side. Corner break for PBD. Zai is going to live. Around is one of the first disruptors of the Shadow. Shadow turns towards the Wyvern. PBD forced back Sumail, chasing down Husker. They can't quite finish off the kill. Shadow getting low side. Wyvern, they need a dodge there. They have a option for Sumail. They'll find themselves a third kill in this engagement. Fear, Universe, dancing around the back lines.
Everyone's so low.
It looks like they will get out. Fear jumps away. But again, EG are the ones to come out of these team fights. And it just seems like Shadow and the Huskar is not able to get as much as he would hope to done. He is dying every time.
As soon as he goes on a target, you know, there's a cold embrace, and he just gets medallion used on him. He becomes incredibly squishy at this point in the game. You know, having an armlet and an ogre club is alright, but when you don't have any armor, you just get chunked so hard. Very rough for him during this game. He's really relying on his teammates to be able to back him up, but even with the defensive disruption we saw, it didn't really matter much. Stomp here didn't whiff. But yeah, EG looking really solid here in game number 2 so far.
Wings now, at this stage, when you're losing fights like that, is it just a case of holding back a little bit? I mean, EG, they're the ones to start these fights. It seems very hard for Wings to react. But you said just the plays between kind of PPD, you know, dancing around these fights, and Sumail being able to move in and out with the Armlet, the Solar Crest, and the Chemical Rage regen. It's making it very hard for Wings to get the targets that they look for at the start. When the jump is there from Shadow and EG, they're coming around from the side.
Wearing off.
The fight, the split, it's going to turn. Again, PPD with the same Sumail turns around. Just about looking to club it out the other time. Eyesight goes for the team lead. The body here with Turboside pays with his life. Wings the ones to find the successful fight this time round. A great way for them to start, getting Sumail out of the fight at the beginning and allowing them to follow through. Universe is looking for some kind of cleanup kill. He was thinking about going for Faith PR. The presence of Blink and the other will hold him back here. See if he can find anything here. Arrow come out for Faith. Nearly getting blocked by his own creeps into it. Fear can't find a connection.
These fights are just so chaotic between both teams. It feels like Wings, they obviously want to try to 5-ban. Oh, drunk here. Fear's gonna leap away. This is something that 50on's done in the past as well. Like, he likes the Vlad Rush build with his Beastmaster because you're already providing such a strong attack speed aura. There's no reason to not get the armor or the lifesteal on top of it. It's just very nice when you know that you're going to be grouping up as 5 and you really want to try to, you know, boost that Huskar into a position where he's not feeling so weak against like the Solar Crest and the armlet build of the Sumail's Alchemist here.
Ooh. This is good for Sumail with the Shadow Blade.
With the crest as well. It's a very easy rotation for them to take.
And Sumail, with that Shadow Blade, is he going to go for
man, they just barely missed a stand. They thought they were going for a smoke, but now they're coming in. They know what's happening. They're
going to try and contest it here. Ursula has just come back online. EG taking down back third help. Arrow connects onto Shadow there. They can't afford to lose the Huskar deciding to fight. It's the great disruption. But why? Shadow now takes it out of the reach away. The multi skills for PBD holding Shadow in place. The Wing's still there to help out the Huskar. Turning towards Universe. He's got it back. The Flaming Spear stacking up. Holding breaks from PBD behind Universe. Still has the stone gate to stop. Onto Universe. The stone gate comes out. Sumail gonna get frozen here. Universe takes it down. Sumail trying to find that. Yeah! Connects with the beats into Sumail. Chasing down from all out there. Has to make one to stop. The ball side gets down PBD. A third kill for Wings. They win the race fight. They'll have straight to it's absolutely huge for Wings.
And their team fight coordination is just off the charts, and Arrow's gonna land it, but it does not matter. Wings secure the Aegis for Shadow.
Oh my god, what a fight for them to have there. Everything went right for them. EG They tried to go for the play. PPD desperately trying to save his team.
Watch what happens here. The stun Sumail, he really wants to throw it out. He knows that Innocence is coming in for a disruption, but he stuns himself. At this point, they have to use the curse defensively. There's no damage output on Shadow at all. He's able to disengage from the fight, and now all of a sudden Universe is just in a horrible position. This cold embrace on the Universe pretty much sentences him to death, more or less. And you can also see the Faith Beyond hit Aurora at the exact same time as Sumail, which unfortunately he's facing the Medusa. So all of a sudden there's another disable on him, and he just gets shredded after that point. Amazing teamfight coordination coming out from Wings. They're going for the tier 1 here in the bottom lane, and as it stands right now, EG, they just have not had the response in the last couple of fights.
Yeah, we're just seeing how well the synergy is there between Wings and heroes. You know, having that Elder Tome with the stomp set up into the Stone Gate. And they're even just having like the aura as well, just allowing Blink on the Medusa to control through the lineup that little bit easier. 18 minutes in, I mean, out of course, Sumail, he's top of the net worth, but he's only 1k ahead of Blink's Medusa, and that not necessarily as far ahead as you want to be at this stage of the game, but obviously Sumail, he's not really going for the farming build, he is going for the fighting build, so you're not going to have that progression out.
He's always greedy with the fighting build. Like, with this build, you're supposed to be incredibly tanky, be the frontline hero that your team needs, make heroes squishy with the Acid Spray combination with the crest, and just get kills. But it's not working. So because of that, he's being crippled a tremendous amount. This build does not flash farm very well in comparison, obviously, to the Radiance build. So the recovery rate of the Alchemist is going to be slowed dramatically. And in that time, you know, Blink, he's getting closer and closer to that Lincoln Sphere right now. He's only about, 1,300 gold away. I just got to give all the credit in the world to Wings. They are playing this game just unbelievably well.
They are playing like a team that certainly deserves a spot in the grand finals here at TI6. Wings ready for looking for another fight, immediately just jumping onto side, they'll take over. Nothing else to come of this one. Got a free kill nonetheless, and with the man down, Wings can look to put pressure on elsewhere, onto the side of EG. Ready to go down the mid lane at the same time. I mean, you can see Blink on Medusa just forcing up on the top lane. They'll try and jump into him, but Wings, they're moving over. The arrows going for this. Blink tanking this hero. He's got a stone get available. Can't kill him off there. They'll see now once he falls back in onto this. Universe, Beer, and Sumail being split apart behind the tower. They have to scatter as Wings come in full force. Fear continue the plays from last game, just cutting the creep wave, making sure that Wings can't get a push on here on the top lane. But Wings, they'll quickly just turn their attention towards the mid. Big gun and pickups coming out. Blink with the Lincoln cleared up, making it even harder, of course, for EG to react to this Medusa. We saw them where Blink has gone out on his own and they just can't kill him unless they have the full side of EG ready to fight. Mid lane Wings, they'll take the tier 2. EG unable to stop this play from happening. As EG need to kind of regather and regroup themselves and come up with a game plan. We can see that the Universe pretty much has the Aghanims done. I mean, how much is this going to change the team fights having the Axe on the Nightstalk?
Having the extra damage output could be enough to actually result in a kill, and that's really the thing that they're struggling with the most. It's like they go on one hero, gets disrupted here, going for the leap to the looks like he'll be fine, but the Mirana Eggs also does something else, where if you look at Wings' lineup, they're not really the greatest at pushing out waves until Medusa starts to get, crazy amounts of farm and split shot, and obviously the Mystic Snake will be able to push out waves. So you can maybe look to that and say they can split up the map a bit, EG, and force Wings around and not be able to just get to the base and start looking to siege, because once they get there, you're going to have Beastmaster Vlad's plus Inner Beast is great.
Axe on Fear, Axe on Universe. Let's see how this changes the tide of the fight. EG looking to lead in with the Moonlight Shadow. See if they can focus first. Everything is incredibly pesky, but it's going to be the control onto Shadow. I'm lost on the face here. Arrow connects to Delta as well, but Blink, he's going to stay there so that EG can't jump in onto Shadow. The Earth Spirit coming through is going to land on the EG. Corner Prince, you feel a lot of the time here, but Shadow just starts to stack up the burning spear, so PPD will go down. Just a 1-for-1 at the moment. EG still keeping their distance away from Wings. Wings have a roar still. Of course, Huskar ever ready with the jumps. If EG decide to come back in, Universe has got to be careful. Of course, he's got Gem. Can't afford to lose that Sumail. Shadow, so he comes down as well. Did they have the damage with the tower? They're in there, take him. He's got Aegis coming back around too. Draw from Fake down onto Fear. Can he get out? He's not Fear. Jumps down, keeps himself alive. Eyes outside, taking down at EG. They're turning this one. Fear does still fall. Sumail needs to kill something. Nobody can't. The Huskar looks to be too strong at this stage for the remaining members of EG to deal with on this top lane. As Wings take a tier 2 of Shadow. We'll be very happy to jump on either side or Universe if they come too close for comfort. Wings ready to push in on this top lane. EG with just 3 men alive. See how they could stop this. PPD coming forward. Shadow. Spear down, forces him back. Wings. Make sure they don't throw this one away up on this push. Wings rather low on mana. They're blowing the tank.
Oh, good turn.
That's a free kill there. Oh, that's the Shadow Team. And Destruction comes down. Very creative.
Oh, side going through deep.
Total finishes onto the Beastmaster. Pays with his life. PPD in the tree line. Taken down as well. Wait. Beating EG out. Taking them down. And out gets reveal on the glitch. It's going to be 5 round for PPD. EG, they need to do something big here. Looking to the Shadow Team as well. Listen, he's not going to fall. EG are crumbling on this top lane. Surveil.
Good game.
They tap out 23 minutes in. EG won it away. On your first grand finals here at TI6. Taking down EG in the upper bracket finals 2-0 in absolutely incredible fashion.
Unbelievable. They played this game so well. In the beginning, it looked like EG had a really solid laning stage. Sumail's going for this mid-game centric build. He went for the Solar Crest, he went for the Armlet, and EG look a little bit at a loss right now, and I don't blame them, man. Ice, especially on his Elder Titan, good God. That guy is an absolute monster.
Absolutely. And we're seeing, I mean, Shadow Demon as well. Wise